So I recently had a moment where I found myself falling back into an old pattern. Overcommitting Tracy had stepped back into the driver's seat. Today's episode is all about what happened next and why self-awareness is a fundamental leadership strategy. Let's get started, shall we?
Well, hello, all you beautiful people, and welcome to Project Joyful, the podcast for health-centered leaders. I'm your host, Tracy Tutty, your medical herbalist, neuro-identity evolution practitioner, and high-performance coach. So hey, Project Joyful isn't just about being happy. It's about consciously creating a life you love. It's about remembering how to reconnect with your soul-centered joy. You know, that joy that comes from doing what you love, from living on purpose, and from being in a life that allows you to experience deep joy, moment by moment. It's also about bringing that joy into your workplace and using your skills as a health-centered leader to heal your team. So let's get started, shall we?
So I had a busy week and another. Lots going on at work, lots going on at home. Sometimes, well, it's just like that, right? And then I noticed something creeping in. I wasn't regulated in my nervous system as often as was normal for me. I was still doing my self-care. Alternate nostril breathing's my favourite form of self-care. Usually it brings me back to centre, creative juices flowing and focus dialed in. But it was taking longer to get to that place. Why? Well, because I was in a heightened state more often. Now that heightened state, the fight or flight response, is a good thing. It helps you to galvanize your resources, focus on the immediate threat, deal with the issue and move on. But spending prolonged periods in that space without the corresponding parasympathetic state of rest, recovery and digest, well, it's just not helpful. Long term, it's inflammatory, it steals away your joy and contentment, and ultimately, if left unchecked, it leads to burnout. I also noticed my energy was starting to feel a little spiky. Not to the extent that anyone around me noticed, but enough for me to notice. I wasn't defaulted to my mellow, yellow, liquid honey up for a laugh state. There's a common misconception around nervous system regulation. And that's that it's about being calm and relaxed all the time. As soon as you're tipping into fight or flight territory, you're dysregulated. But it's simply not true. Imagine going to a concert and listening to a world-class pianist. How would it feel if their recital only rested around the note of middle C? No trilly bits up in the right-hand side of the keyboard, no tension or anchoring of the movement through playing the left-hand side of the keyboard. All the keys are meant to be played as you dance with the unfolding energies of the piece. And life is made up of all of the keys, and our nervous system is designed and eminently capable of holding all the reverberations. Just like the ebb and flow of the wave on the shore, we're not meant to be jammed into one mode. Life gets lifey. We rise to the occasion, we deal the cards on the table in a fully embodied, authentic way. Feeling our feelings, owning our biofeedback, processing the emotions until it no longer twangs and we're able to extract the wisdom from the situation, learn from it, evolve and recalibrate our nervous system in response to it. Play all the keys, fully, with commitment to the unfolding. Dance with the energy of life until you're done with the dancing. As I became aware of the expanding stack of pay attention signs, I took a look at what was really going on. In short, lots of moving parts. I had accidentally overcommitted and was juggling all the balls. Past favourite state of being that I thought I'd moved on from. Interesting. Now, old me would have put her head down and pushed through, ticking off the mental to-do list. Except old me wouldn't have a finite to-do list. As fast as I was ticking stuff off, I would have been adding to it. Overachieving, taking responsibility for everything, frustration growing, energy depleting. Fortunately, I'm not that version of me anymore. So I stopped. I breathed. I stood barefoot in the grass. I leaned in and I pushed my body weight into the wall until I felt the tension melt away. I breathed some more. Now I'm in a responsive state. Now I'm in focused creation mode. Okay, so what matters most? What gets to get done? Those things were prioritized. They were planned out and committed to. Okay, so what do I still want to do? Oh, all those things on my list. Okay, so what deadlines do I have that I can renegotiate? Okay, so now I get to go do that. So the next question I asked myself was, what have I taken on that accidentally wasn't mine to do? Okay, so how do I resolve those things? So rather than investing my finite reserves of energy into head down and push through, the old me, I put that energy into answering, how do I make what's in front of me manageable and sustainable? What proactive self-care practices can I bring in today to rebuild the energy? What proactive self-care practices can I bring in today to rebuild the energy I consumed when attempting to juggle all the balls? My focus shifted from juggling the balls and the agitation associated with that to what matters most, and how do I create space for what matters most? By the way, one of the deadlines I renegotiated was the deadline I'd put on myself, and that was my upcoming webinar, When You Feel Better, You Lead Better. It was going to happen on the 29th of April, and I've moved it to the 17th of June. Why? Well, because I'm excited for it. It's your permission slip to step away from the hustle and grind of leading your team, the decision fatigue. It's an intimate spa for the soul where you'll come away with actionable ways to feel better while you work. I didn't want that to be another thing that I needed to get done. I want to luxuriate in serving you. And in full transparency, walking my talk matters to me. I'm leading better now that I'm feeling better. So if When You Feel Better, You Lead Better is speaking to you, come check it out. It's free. It's 60 minutes of rest and relaxation wrapped up in new ways of being at work. I'll add the link to the show notes. Self-awareness is a fundamental leadership strategy. Choose how you want to feel and notice when you deviate. Sending you lots of love. Bye for now.
Hey, thanks for listening to today's podcast. Can I ask you a favour? If our conversation spoke to you today, could you please take a moment to leave a 5-star review? Your review will help people discover this podcast, and together we can create a world where there's even more love and more laughter. And if you want to hear more from the Project Joyful podcast, just click the subscribe button. Bye for now.